Hi everyone, I'm Kenny McIntosh from WhatCulture.com, and this is the Fast Count episode 20, where it all begins again. But now I think about that doesn't really make sense, because I'm not Vince McMahon, I don't have a baby, I don't have Shane. I tried. This is really what this is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Sam?
He's on a day off.
Oh. This is the Fast Count. I am your new host for this week only, so don't worry, your child will be back next week. I'm going to cover everything that Jack usually covers on the Fast Count, the WWE news, the non-WWE news, and of course the takeaways. Still not sure what that's supposed to be, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So, let's start with the WWE news, because we know that's what's most important. Up first in the news this week is Jerry the King Lawler. Not for that, but for something else related to wrestling this time. Last weekend he was at the Superman convention in Metropolis, and he said to a fan that this fall the WWE are going to be looking to have 2 monthly pay-per-view specials. One for each brand, one for Raw, one for SmackDown. Which means that potentially we're going to have 3 hours of Raw every week, 2 hours of SmackDown, and 2 specials every single month. What the f***? This week, WWE officially announced all 32 participants in the Cruiserweight Classic tournament that's going to take place this summer on the WWE Network. There are plenty of familiar faces from NXT, Ring of Honor, and even some old faces from the WWE like Tajiri and Brian Kendrick. There's also NXT mainstays like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and even Cedric Alexander from Ring of Honor, one of my personal favourites. We've also got TJ Perkins in there, and there's plenty more. But of course, our favourite here at WhatCulture is WCPW's own Noam Dar, who's going to be going for that championship, that cruiser. We don't even know what it is yet, though. Is it a championship? Is it a cup? Is it like a trophy? Is it like a Hasbro figure dipped in gold? I don't know what it is yet. But whatever it is, we're aiming for Noam to pick it up and come back to WCPW and beat up Adam Blompier, because that's what makes me happy. WWE have recently trademarked the term Clash of the Champions, famously the WCW specials back in the 1990s, which means that WWE perhaps are thinking about using WCW names for these 2 specials a month that they're going to be starting to do in the fall. Does this mean that WWE are finally acknowledging the strength of the WCW brands like Starrcade or my personal favourite, Halloween Havoc? Does it mean that finally, after all these years, I'm going to get to see a Halloween Havoc pay-per-view on the WWE Network? I can't describe to you lovely people what it would mean to me to see Roman Reigns coming out being booed mercifully with a massive orange pumpkin behind him. Good times. In non-WWE news this week, TNA barely made it through Slammiversary and their TV tapings this week. One of their executives, Dean Broadbent, went on Facebook and actually said that he'd logged in over 80 hours of calls last Thursday and Friday to secure financing to make sure they could go ahead and do Slammiversary on Sunday on pay-per-view and their tapings this week. It was said to be so close that with crew not being paid and finance still needed that it almost came to pass that TNA would have breached their television contracts, breached their pay-per-view contracts, and who knows if they would be around now. But luckily, Billy Corgan came in with some of that Smashing Pumpkins money and saved the day. TNA saves the day again. They are still around. They're like Michael Myers. You can do what you want, you can kill them off, they will still be here. But in other news, at least Gail Kim's getting the TNA Hall of Fame. Damien Sandow's in the news this week, and not just because of an epic announcement about next month. He's teased on social media that he might be giving stand-up comedy a try in LA. He teased it on social media and the fans were very responsive, so it seems he might be giving it a go later on this month. If he does, judging by some of his WWE career, he has plenty of material. But you know, with Damien Sandow, if you wanted to see him wrestle and see him in an environment where we make the most of him, then why not buy tickets to WhatCulture Pro Wrestling on July 27th to July 28th at wc.pw. You're welcome. And finally, in the non-WWE news, TNA star Jeff Hardy did an interview with Sports Illustrated this past weekend when he was promoting Slammiversary, which, as we know, did finally happen. Thanks, Dean. And he said that he wants to end his career in the WWE at WrestleMania in a Hell in a Cell match. So, Jeff Hardy works for TNA. He is paid by TNA. And in an interview promoting a TNA show, he says he wants to end his career in WWE at WrestleMania in Hell in a Cell. He's like the worst employee ever. But like, isn't that kind of like if I married somebody and then she was like, oh, by the way, I really wish that my ex-husband who dumped me would come back and take me back. That's exactly what it's like. Jeff Hardy, I would fire you. But anyway, Jeff did say he wants to go back and he wants to top what Shane McMahon did at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, and he's confident he can do it. Which I guess means it's official. Jeff Hardy is going to murder himself at a future WrestleMania. But it's okay, you can watch it on the WWE Network for $9.99. See, I can plug more than one thing. So, takeaways. Sadly, this past week, Chris Warren, the singer famous for singing the D-Generation X theme tune and Triple H's My Time entrance theme, sadly passed away at age 49. And a lot of people on social media have been listening to the D-Generation X song again, and I guess something to take away, since that's what we're doing here, is the D-Generation X theme tune really the best entrance theme in WWE history? So I think what you're supposed to do with that is you're supposed to go and listen to that song, and then you're supposed to take that away and think about it, and think about if you do think that that is the best song in WWE history. And if you do or you don't, I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. I think you're supposed to bring it back, or tell somebody, or tweet me, or tweet Jack, or something. If Sam were here, this would not be happening. If Sam were here, it wouldn't be happening. If Jack was here, he'd be telling you takeaways. I still don't know what that means. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at KennyMC1985. You can say F Kenny. You can tell me how much you want to see more of me, or you can send me really odd links to fan fiction, which I'm not reading. I'm really not going to read. Ever. Stop sending me. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Because you might just like have listened to it in your pocket. You might put it on YouTube and then put your headphones in. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to go. I've got a train to catch. And this has been a shambles. I've been Kenny McIntosh. This has been a shambles. Buy tickets. See you later.